So the Brock Institute EVMS, like how does a business, if I was a business in this area, or if I was listening to this and I'm interested in the things that you've been saying, how do they get involved with you guys?
Yeah, I will say definitely paying attention to some of the activities that we're hosting across the region. We are partnering with the Hampton Roads Chamber and other organizations such as Centera Healthcare to look at how businesses can be prepared to provide resources at low or no cost for their employees, but also to look at how they, as businesses, can produce and create a culture that is sensitive to these type of issues. So just knowing that we are going to be hosting activities, summits that will foster these type of health and wellness focus. We also have a website where we have information about some of our prior activities that we have done, and we're also advocating and sharing websites related to our partners that are available to help provide information for your employees, such as the National Alliance on Mental Illness, a wonderful organization that was created for families and people, individuals, organizations that actually have people who've suffered from mental illnesses all their lives, and to be relatable and available to talk to those who are suffering. We also have, Mental Health America, which is a national resource that is available for organizations and individuals to tap into national resources, the surveys that I mentioned, the tests for looking at anxiety, and tools, surveys for people to start to really question and assess whether they might be suffering from anxiety or depression, and where they could go or who they can talk to thereafter. And then certainly recognizing that the VA, the Hampton VA Medical Center, and veteran organizations across the country are recognizing that veterans were at risk even before the pandemic, to be at risk for suicide, and recognizing that every day there are 20 veterans approximately that are committing suicide across the country. And many of those, probably two-thirds of those, were not connected with services either at the VA or in the private sector. And could we be helping recognize veterans within our own organizations that could be connected to services and could simply be um, um, supported just by nature of being veterans, just being sensitive enough to what they and their families are going through. So again, just keeping an eye out for what the Brock Institute is going to be hosting as far as organizational summits and conversations related to this. And again, connecting with local chambers and other business organizations that are going to be addressing this through their own human resources and their own networks, to say how can businesses really start creating environments in order to address and support coping, addressing anxiety and depression, but also connecting to resources when there are more serious circumstances.
As someone who's been directly involved within the startup community for almost a decade, I want to talk to you about a serious pain point: spending a ton of time trying to understand the business landscape in the 757. That's time that should be focused on growing the business. At StartWheel, we're here to help you by compiling all of the news you need to know about in one place. Now there's no need to search multiple websites. Just head to startwheel.org and see for yourself. That's startwheel.org.